Hello, this is the Truth Seeker. Tonight I felt compelled to do a video response to YouTube user Choosing Morality. I saw her video and I felt that I had to say something. Um, and first of all, the last thing that I want this video to be is any kind of a negative or I don't want it to come off as a negative message. I don't want her to feel like I'm saying these things to try and be hurtful. No, I'm making this video because I feel like she needs to be told that she is not worthless. She has value. You have not wasted your life. You have not wasted your life. Is not it's not a waste, okay? But for whatever reason, some people suffer a lot more in life. For whatever reason, some people are given the gift of suffering. And I say gift. How could that be a gift? How could suffering be a gift? Because it's certainly nothing that anybody would ever want to go through. But I do want you to know that I hear you. I watched your video, and I've been watching your videos. And my prayers go out to you. My heart goes out to you. I pray that that one person that is your advocate, that they could be more patient with you. One of the things that you were noticing is that the hormones that you were taking suddenly stopped working. Well, I know from experience. My dad was diagnosed with manic depression, bipolar, manic depressive, and for years and years and years he took lithium for many years, and then now he's taking some other mood altering drugs. But point of the matter is, I understand that some of us in life need something to help us get through our situations. But at the same time, I think we need to do our very best to limit the amount of medications that we're taking, and or regulate correctly. And I'm not saying this. I'm not against medications, but I'm just saying that a lot of times when we do take medications to affect our hormones, it'll work for a while, and then our body builds up a tolerance to it, and then we go right back down. And my hope is that you've worked through a lot of this in your video, that hopefully you felt some kind of a burden lift after you did your video, and the only thing that I just felt compelled to just reach out to you and say, in your desperation, to just try to keep making that choice Because I know from experience myself that to try to let go of something, okay? Because I had a similar situation in my life where um, I had so much resentment toward a former boss of mine, and there was nothing there like for me to say like I forgive her, or there was no inch that I could give. There was no like, how could I ever get to the point where I could move beyond that? And I suppose in some ways I never did, and I still, because the hurts run so deep. They run so deep. But it's important for us to go through the motions of saying, I forgive this person, I forgive that person. Yes, life is unfair. Yes, life is unjust. Um, and I keep thinking of this phrase that my wife's mother used to always say, and that was, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. But it's like when you suffer for years and years, and you have such pain and such sorrow, it's so hard to keep saying to yourself, the best is yet to come. But I'm going to tell you, because I need to tell myself this too. The best is yet to come, and I need to tell all of us, the best is yet to come. The very best is yet to come for us all. And I'm thinking of a time when I injured my wrist, and I had to go through 3 years of therapy for my wrist because I refused to get an operation. And to this day, this wrist is not as strong as it used to be. But there came a point where I said to the system, enough. I am taking this over. I am taking over the responsibility of my own healing, and I don't need you anymore. Thank you very much. And it was at that point that I started to make the most progress in the healing of my wrist. Now, I'm just drawing a comparison here. Obviously, some of us need help. Some of us need more help than others, okay? I don't know your situation, but my heart aches for you, okay? I also am worried that there's so much unjust, things that have happened to you that you're holding on to. And I know how hard it is to let go of that, to let go of the injustice that has been put upon you. And it's not something that anyone can let go of very easily. But and I'm not saying this in a hurtful way, but you need to let go of, in some small degree, you need to start letting go of and choosing to let go of the justice that you feel is due to you. My cat's meowing. Can you hear it? But I don't want you to hurt yourself. I don't want you to... come here. Smokes. Come here. I don't want you to hurt yourself. I want you to make the best choices for yourself. and trust in your own wisdom and trust in your own choices. And if you believe in God, turn to God. If you don't believe in God, you need to turn to the power greater than yourself, and you need to rely upon kitty. I feel bad for my cat right now too. What is it about animals that they can sense? They can sense things. I felt really bad about hearing about your your pet and what had happened, and I just I'm just really sorry about that, and I want you to know that in desperation right now, you're trying to like uh, seek out this like negative attention from police officers. You want police officers to come and arrest you for crimes you didn't commit. But that's only in your own desperation, and maybe that was just something that it's due to all of this medication upheaval. But I don't even know if you'll take this video in the right way, but I do want you to know I'm not saying these things in a negative way, and I'm not trying to pile things down upon you. I really do want the best for you, and I want you um, to um, just like let go of these injustices, because it's like you've built up this case against the town you live in, and against the offices that are trying to help you, and like all these individuals that are obviously, they don't have the patience to deal with you. They don't have but I'm not saying that, like at the same time, you have to think in two different ways. You have to have two different kinds of things, like two different perspectives in life. On the one hand, we do need to fight for our rights, and we do need to have things that have been done to us unjustly. We need those things to be addressed. But on the other hand, we also have to look at life from the point of view that life is not fair, and that unjust things do not always get addressed. Now, I believe that they will, everything and everyone will be judged. That's my own personal belief. What comes around goes around. And I also believe that if you can let go of these things and just move on to like some of the basic things that you need, to start gaining your own independence. One thing at a time, one step at a time. Your life has not been a waste. Everything you've gone through up to this point, there's a reason. I want you to know I had a dear friend of mine that I grew up with, I played with, went to, junior high, high school. I went to elementary, junior high, high school. Knew this friend in college. Sadly, he committed suicide. He was dealing with issues, and he was also dealing with emotional issues, and he ended up taking his life, and it was very hard on me. Um, but I want you to know that you need to just every time you think that you're worthless, you need to say, no, I'm not worthless. Even if you don't believe it. Even if you don't believe it, you got to say it. You just have to say, if you believe in God, just say, Lord, help me to believe a little bit more. Just a little bit, tiny little fraction of a fraction of a fraction more this second, this hour, this day. Because the same amount of time that it took you to get to this point, it can take almost the same amount of time, but certainly, not as long, but it takes work to get to where you were at, and it takes work to get to where you're going. And but you're already there internally. If you can if you can be at peace, if you can just, and I pray that for you. I pray that you can have peace. And I really hope for you, and I know that the best is yet to come for you and for all of us. God bless you, and keep seeking truth, and most of all, keep seeking peace.